it was interesting. I was doing a review with a client the other day, and surprisingly, their second highest category for long-term disability claims was cardiovascular. So heart attacks, blood pressure complications, and all that sort of stuff, which is a chronic disease. And in the past with this client, we had looked at their fully allocated costs of diabetics. So not only the diabetes meds they were on, but the cholesterol meds, the hypertension meds, and the mental health meds, on what that was costing the organization. Now we were able to bring in the long-term disability costs associated with those. So now we're getting a really big picture view of what chronic disease is costing the organization. And so I point blank looked at the client and said, so now what are you going to do? We know this is costing you a lot of money. We can only shift so many things back to the employee to pay through co-pays, making plan design changes, taking things out of the plan. At the end of the day, when all the shifts have piled up, what are you going to do? And the only thing you can do is prevent it. And you have to start working on that prevention. So it's, to Leanne's point, where a lot of HR people or people in the corporate health space, they want fast results. It's not going to happen. You have to take a long view of it, that if I start something today, eventually, if you have faith in it, I am going to get results. And so that's where on the chronic disease spend, we can change it. We can bend the curve. On some of the other big drug spending, on the biologics or the autoimmune disease and stuff, there's nothing an employer can really do about it. It happens. Someone just unfortunately gets one of those diseases. But the other stuff, they can work on it. And unfortunately, we're seeing chronic disease maintenance medications showing up in younger and younger age bands all the time. It's just not the aging workforce. It's the workforce that's coming in that is starting to display these things. So it's long term. If you want to bend the curve or ratchet the inflation slope down, you have to start doing these things. You have to find a way to get rid of the need altogether, even if that's possible. But if you do nothing, then it's just going to keep escalating. So you have to have faith that if you do something, you do an intervention, you put something in place in the long term, it will produce the results you want.